Ks. And they're rearing to go. What a game we had earlier. What a finish we had earlier. Really, really good. That was exciting cricket, and we expect the same tonight.
Yeah, it's a great advertisement for this tournament. Such a close game. The game could have gone either way. And we were on tenterhooks till the last ball was bowled. Eventually, advertisement for this tournament. Such a close, the narrowest margin of 2 runs. Was at one point in time you're calling for a super over there. Eddie, almost happened.
Yeah, it got close at the end. Minister Rajshai, they're on the board with the W. Fortune Barishal, Gemcon Khulna will be expecting the same here. One of them will come off a winner and the other one will lose. Definitely, that's what will happen. Saqib Al-Hassan, loving the hairdo. Really good.
Well, everyone looking pretty relaxed, and we know about the BCB President's Cup, the 50-over tournament that happened. So they've been in competitive work in the middle in the recent past, and now this format is perfect for the players to get into the groove. It's the BCB have done exceedingly well to ensure that the players slowly and gradually get a feeling of all the different formats. Started off with the longer version, short few games, then the BCB President Cup, and now the Bongo Bandhu T20 Cup 2020. Well, the umpires always using the hand sanitizers to coming out. Now the new equipment, the organic hair hand sanitizer, very efficient. We've got it up here in the com box.
I've nearly finished mine.
Well, they also carry, Eddie, I think kind of a wet tube. Sometimes the ball goes into the outside the boundary, into the stands. They've got to retrieve that and ensure that it's cleansed properly.
Yeah, all precautions observed now. And what is the new norm as we adjust everywhere around the world to COVID-19.
Just waiting for the vaccines to start and go around the world and start protecting people, get things back to normal. It's been a difficult year for people all around the world. Yeah, and one of the norms now, the idea of not using saliva on the ball to make it try and swing it. So that's something, actually it's quite interesting that, I don't know if it's, the bowlers, the pace bowlers particularly, don't seem to have really used saliva as such. I think 1 or 2 occasions over the last 2 or 3 months this has happened.
Occupational normancy for many years, that's how it's gone about. But here's a stalwart for Bangladesh cricket, Tamim Iqbal. Look at those numbers, best of 141. Goodness, 210 matches, unbelievable stuff that.
Well, he'd like to replicate that. It's going to be difficult. The wicket maybe a little too paced at one point in time, but it was quite interesting that almost 170 was reached by both the teams in the previous game, and it will skid on a little bit more as the evening progresses with a little bit of dew on it. Shafiul Islam, wealth of experience behind him. He's a pretty much wicket-to-wicket bowler.
Looking at some of these visuals and also being out there, looking at the players, really look fit. Most of them look in top-notch form. Obviously been working hard behind the scenes, and wonderful to see. That's the field. To Mahedi Hassan, a slip in place.
Oh, that's up in the air now. Thank you and goodbye. Well. Just reared up from back of a length. He tried to close the face, got the leading edge, and that's it.
Extra bit of bounce. Hits the deck hard. Mahedi Hassan is squared up. Leading edge back to the bowler. I think for a moment there the bowler was in shock that he was actually going to pick up a wicket with the very first ball. In fact, it's come right off the toe of the bat. I'll have that. And I'll pick up their first wicket. Gone without scoring off the very first ball of the match. It's 0 for 1.
Friends and family are adate. Always a Coca-Cola. Oh yeah, Coca-Cola.
কোকা-কোলার সাথে খাওয়ার মজা জমবে।
জানাও তোমার তিনটি ইচ্ছা।
দাঁড়াও
ওকে দাঁড়ালাম, বাকি দুটা
স্প্রাইট।
শেষ ইচ্ছা।
আবার তিনটে ইচ্ছা দাও। স্প্রাইট আগে তৃষ্ণা মেটাও।
দোস্ত, কাল বাড়ি যাব, হোস্টেল ভাড়াটা একটু দিয়ে দিস তো। সাথে ক্যাশ আউট চার্জটাও দিস, 20 টাকা কিন্তু।
দেশের সর্বনিম্ন ক্যাশ আউট চার্জ 1009 টাকা 99 পয়সা হবে নগদে।
20 টাকার দিন শেষ, নগদে বাংলাদেশ।
বিস্তৃত রবি 4.5G ভিডিও স্টক নেটওয়ার্কে।
Cut back. Excellent bowling.
Hits the deck. The batsman just there, Mahedi Hassan could have just maybe played a little bit later, but his hands in front of his body creates an easy catch for the bowler. Promise you, I think everyone's in shock. Can you believe it? We're going to pick up a wicket first up here.
Good thing Sheffield didn't drop it. Shock was there, but he's come back with two very good deliveries. As I mentioned earlier, very wicket-to-wicket bowler who prides himself in his accuracy.
I wouldn't mind another slip in place. Can see a little bit of shape through the air. Batsmen are obviously playing for a little bit of swing. Just get another slip in place there. Maybe play on his mind and pitch it up and get it to go the other way. Instead, they're going to move a man across from the onside onto the offside, reinforce that cover region. Don't get that. I'd rather get someone catching.
I'm with you. Once again, he is not going to allow the batsman to get on top of him, and as Eddie was saying, get a slip in, maybe get a ball to go across the face of the left-handed batsman, use the natural angle, bowl a little wide of the crease.
And he's getting some lovely shape through the air. See that Emon is a little bit tentative on that front foot. If he had to pitch one up, I bet you his eyes will light up.
Oh, he's gone for it. I think it is a shot that maybe there was hitting it his way out of trouble more is what I can think of.
Nah, not at all. I think it's there to hit. It's very, very full. He's got some very good deliveries. Prior to this, it's a slower one, and he picks it up early. It actually goes all the way, even when he takes one hand off the bat.
That's what I thought initially, because he didn't seem to be just quite there, was he? But he took his hand off the bat. Still, there was enough power in that, wasn't there? Was committed to that shot. And that's a bold shot. No question about that. First over completed, 7 for 1.
Yes! আজকে আমি খাবো ঝাল ঝাল চিনি ম্যাগি। ফ্রাইডেতে শ্রিম্প ম্যাগি, স্যাটারডেতে ভেজি ওয়ান, মঙ্গল বুধ বৃহস্পতি সুপি এক টমিয়াম, সানডে মানডে ম্যাগি চিকেন, কি যে মজা ইয়াম।
ম্যাগি মানে ভিন্ন স্বাদে প্রতিদিন।
ভাগ্যিস ম্যাগি ছিল। From Nestle.
সবচেয়ে বিস্তৃত রবি 4.5G ভিডিও স্টক নেটওয়ার্কে এক্সপেরিয়েন্স করুন 6GB মাত্র 114 টাকার রিচার্জে। রবি।
ফ্রেন্ডশিপের এই ম্যাজিক্যাল কোনো অ্যানালাইসিস দিয়ে জাজ করা যাবে না ব্রো। এসব শুধু বন্ধু থাকলেই পসিবল। এয়ারটেল, বন্ধুদের নাম্বার 1 নেটওয়ার্ক।
Imon once again in the under-19 winning squad for Bangladesh, world champions under-19 team, and he's shown that he can be brave. Last shot of the previous over. Another experienced bowler, Alamin Hussain, comes in from South End.
Another good bowler. Very awkward to get away. Very awkward action. Very effective. Best of 5 for 17. 118 wickets in his 104 matches. So he's a wicket taker. Alamin.
Oh, no, that's rather airy-fairy, wasn't it? That angle, which I was expecting Sheffield to bowl, Alamin has done that.
He has a lot going on. He's a tall individual. You can see a good pump of the arms. This is where it gets a little bit confusing for batsmen. When he straightens the arm in that manner, gets the seam to straighten or swing away from the left-hander. Nice and powerful from that angle as well.
Just a point there I'd like to ask you about his point of delivery. There, oh, once again he beats the bat. Batsman trying his best to have a nibble at that one. Just when he lands, Eddie, he seems so smooth and rhythmic coming in, and then he seems to just veer away to the right and then bowl. Do you think he loses something in that action?
We'll have a closer look at it, but if you look at Jasprit Bumrah, where that arm straightens in front of his body and he still gets it straight at the point of contact on the ground. However, I feel like he gets everything in a good position at the time of release, and we'll have a closer look at it. Everything looks really good there. It's now when he tries to free up the right side of his body. Oh, that's perfect, surely.
The gather was good, you know, it's, and then he just drifts to the right, but he balances himself very nicely. Point of delivery, he knows exactly where he's going to bowl. Excellent. Yeah, always compare awkward bowling action to Jasprit Bumrah, don't we? The results speak volumes for him. So, at the moment, Tamim Iqbal yet to start the innings. Imon on 8. Tuck away for a single.
Always important, wear your mask. Eh? Wonderful to see. Even better.
Yeah, they're wearing possibly the Boshundara masks. He's gone for it, over the top, well in control, and he's got to get himself 4 runs from the last ball of the second over. Score moves on to 13 for 1.
বঙ্গবন্ধু ধরেছিলেন হাল সোনার বাংলা গড়ার, পথ দেখিয়েছেন তারুণ্যকে নতুন কিছু করার। সেই পথ ধরে আমরা গড়েছি বিশ্বের বিস্ময়। তার সে স্বপ্নে এগোবে বাংলা।
বঙ্গবন্ধুর স্বপ্নের পথে জেমকন খুলনা, জেমকন গ্রুপ।
মোবাইলে টাকা পাঠাইলে লগে 20 টাকা চার্জও দিয়েন।
দেশের সর্বনিম্ন ক্যাশ আউট চার্জ 1009 টাকা 99 পয়সা। এবার সব হবে নগদে।
20 টাকার দিন শেষ, নগদে বাংলাদেশ।
অনলাইনে আকাশ বেসিক সংযোগের সাথে স্ট্যান্ডার্ড প্যাক কিনে পেমেন্ট বিকাশ করলেই 300 টাকা ইনস্ট্যান্ট ক্যাশব্যাক।
সবচেয়ে বিস্তৃত রবি 4.5G ভিডিও স্টক নেটওয়ার্কে এক্সপেরিয়েন্স করুন 6GB মাত্র 114 টাকার চার্জে। রবি।
Shafiul Islam was absolutely terrific his first over. Oh, that's deviating down leg side. That's easy pickings for anybody, especially Tamim Iqbal.
Yeah. At the end of his previous over, I mean, it's over the top for 6. I am on. He tried something different. Here he's gone too straight and pays the price with a boundary. So just there, got to be starting that outside the line of off stump, especially if you're getting that lovely shape through the air. And back to that 6, he tried a slower delivery after been hitting the deck on a lovely length.
Yeah, you did mention fair just as he bowled it, as the over was over. And you said, why go for that kind of a delivery when the other type was paying off? So, well, what goes through the bowler's mind, only he knows. That's back to normal for him.
And T20 cricket, the bowlers are generally under the cosh on most occasions. But here there's a little bit something there for them, a little bit of swing. So use it for as long as possible. And the surface itself is also giving them a little bit of bounce. And with a couple of boundaries, the slip is gone.
Again, just a slight deviation. Can't afford to bowl down that line. I know he's a wicket-to-wicket bowler. He tries to bowl as much into the wicket as he can, but just a couple of inches makes the difference.
Yeah, and with this, fine leg is a lot squarer. Tommy Iqbal knows that. And all he does is just work it down the leg side as fine as possible, and it goes for 4. Easy pickings.
Well, the pressure's on the bowler now. Depend on Shafil Islam to come back with a good delivery. Tamim Iqbal been playing regular basis, played in the PSL, in the qualifiers and in the finals. Vastly experienced, as we all know. Been given the mantle of captaincy for his team. And he knows he's got a bunch of lads who he needs to nurture and take them forward. There's a bit of lack of experience maybe compared to the other teams, but him leading from the front will augment some successes. Again, I think got away with that one.
Nothing wrong with a little bit of inexperience. It allows the younger players or the inexperienced players to just express themselves. Think outside the box. Announce themselves.
I don't know if he had arrived here earlier. I think Tamim Iqbal did mention in one of his interviews.
Did he?
Yeah, that you've got to think out of the box. Famous minds think alike, eh?
Not sure about famous. I'm a bit washed up these days.
Oh! Just again, just the realization of where the ball was landing and the bounce. You can see troubled Tamim. 3 overs done, 21 for 1.
বন্ধু ধরেছিলেন হাল সোনার বাংলা গড়ার, পথ দেখিয়েছেন তারুণ্যকে নতুন কিছু করার। সেই পথ ধরে আমরা গড়েছি বিশ্বের বিস্ময়।
তার সে স্বপ্নে এগোবে বাংলা।
বঙ্গবন্ধুর স্বপ্নের পথে জেমকন খুলনা, জেমকন গ্রুপ।
যখনই বকোয়াস তখনই মার্কেট সুগার কোটেড কুরমুরে বিস্কুট পপস।
5 টাকার কুরমুরে পপস, সব বকওয়াস বন্ধ।
কলেজ নড়লে ক্লাস করবি কেমনে?
দেশ জুড়ে শিক্ষার আলো পৌঁছে দেওয়া চাইলেই সম্ভব। বিস্তৃত 4G নেটওয়ার্ক নিয়ে পাশে আছি আমরা, গ্রামীণ ফোন।
Ball. Hassan Mahmood now from the south end. Going at 6.63 runs per over after the early stutter. Taken 10 wickets into his 15th match. 4 for 32 in this format is excellent. His best bowling figures. Not very tall, but he does bowl with a good rhythm. Eases into the bowling area short, and I'd like to have just pulled it a little bit more towards mid-wicket. Doing it a shade too early, taking it straight to the fielder.
Bit of dew already. Hence the fact, make use of that new ball as long as possible while it's still offering something for you. Now slip black in pace.
Tap and run. Well, if the boundaries, the big shots are not coming, this is very essential from the batting point of view, is ensure that you keep rotating the strike, get a good understanding between the two batsmen in the middle, get your communications in order. Deep third man, long leg or a deep fine leg, the two fielders outside the 30-yard circle. Again, not quite getting a hold of it. Then that bounce has been a little disconcerting for Tamim Iqbal. The last ball of the previous over, he was not very happy with how the ball came up, and this time anticipating a little higher bounce. Ball seems to be skidding and keeping low. Oh, you can see the dew already collecting into the end of November virtually, and it's going to get thicker as we progress into the winter. All right, we're talking about being handy with the sanitizer. Use it regularly. Everyone watching. Thank you. No, that's not it, Eddie. Just the hands to be safe.
I'm just trying to cover all bases. Just trying to make sure that everything is sanitized. Sanitize at home.
Organicam, the Organocare rather, the people who have supplied us with this. He moves away, makes room, tries to blast it through the cover region, ends up at deepish point. That's a single to finish over number 4, 23 for 1.
আপা মাসের টাকাটা মোবাইলে দিয়ে দিব লগে ক্যাশ আউটে 20 টাকা দিয়ে দিন কইলা
দেশের সর্বনিম্ন ক্যাশ আউট চার্জ 1009 টাকা 99 পয়সা। এবার সব হবে নগদে।
20 টাকার দিন শেষ, নগদে বাংলাদেশ।
ওই আকাশ কই পাওয়া যাবে রে?
আশেপাশে ডিল আছে?
ভালো হইছে এবার
না করা বারবার। যেখানে ডিলটা পড়বে ওইখানেই আকাশের দোকান।
এটা কোনো কথা?
কোথায় নেই আকাশ? দেশ জুড়ে 64 জেলায় 8000 রিটেল পয়েন্ট থেকে আকাশ কিনুন সহজেই। চলে আসুন আকাশের ঝকঝকে টিভি দেখার নতুন দুনিয়ায়।
দোষ কই?
আসবো না রে।
কেন?
বুঝবি না।
এক মিনিট। বুঝবো না মানে? খুলে বল।
এয়ারটেলে কথা বলো মন খুলে 28 টাকায় 45 মিনিট ও 48 টাকায় 80 মিনিট।
আসতেছি।
এয়ারটেল।
বঙ্গবন্ধু ধরেছিলেন হাল সোনার বাংলা গড়ার।
পথ দেখিয়েছেন তারুণ্যকে নতুন কিছু করার। সেই পথ ধরে আমরা গড়েছি বিশ্বের বিস্ময়।
তার সে স্বপ্নে এগোবে বাংলা।
বঙ্গবন্ধুর স্বপ্নের পথে জেমকন খুলনা। জেমকন
have done a great job in containment. Alamin Hussain now. Well, didn't know where that went. Intentions were pretty clear to get through the offside. Ended up with a thick edge to the third man region.
Yes, the idea to get a boundary off the very first over and put pressure, I beg your pardon, very first ball and put pressure on the bowler. It doesn't quite come off, outside edge. Very good bowling on that occasion by Alamin because he actually follows him as he gives himself room down the leg side. The arms are not allowed to free.
It's always good as a pace bowler if you can just spot the trigger movement and the intentions of the batsman. At point of delivery, try and adjust and try and do something different to outwit the batsman. So close.
Nice delivery. Footwork could have been better, to be very honest. It's a nice sight to see for a fast bowler as he goes past the outside edge, and good carry as well.
Yeah, hanging your bat out to dry isn't the best option. Commit yourself to the shot. As you said, foot movement was lacking. Now that's whipped up into the air, but it's going to fall safe between two fielders. Not in absolute control, but he's going to take those couple of runs they've managed.
Lands in no man's land, that one. Not in full control again. Nice to see that because he's hitting the deck hard. It's not a nothing delivery which you can flick through the onside and maybe go for a boundary. You almost have to really work it. It's hitting the bat very, very hard.
This is top-class bowling. Very impressed with the way Alamin Hussain is.
Yeah, on that length there's nowhere to go really. You can invent a shot, but there's a risk to it. Already lost the wicket inside the power play. You'd only lose another one. So 2 deliveries to go. Interesting to see how Imon addresses the next 2 deliveries. If he's going to take a risk, he's got to really make sure it pays off. If it doesn't, it could be another opening.
Oh, right through his legs. See the reaction of the keeper. How did that miss the wickets? Just past the leg stump.
Yeah, because of the field, you don't expect him to pitch it up, especially everybody up on the offside. He tries and puts it into the block hole, goes in between the batsman's legs. Yeah, and the keeper finds the funny side of that.
He's gone for it big time. He's finishing it this over with the maximum. Superb shot. Got 9 runs of that over. Very lucrative for them. After 5, it's 32 for 1.
যার যেমন পছন্দ নিমিষেই তৈরি মজাদার বসুন্ধরা নুডলস, ইয়াম্মি স্বাদে পুষ্টির বাহার।
শেষ হয়ে গেলাম ভাই। ক্যাশ আউট চার্জ হাজারে 20 টাকা দিতে দিতে।
দেশের সর্বনিম্ন ক্যাশ আউট চার্জ 1009 টাকা 99 পয়সা। এবার সব হবে নগদে।
20 টাকার দিন শেষ, নগদে বাংলাদেশ।
Now the 5th over finished. Wonderful hit leg side. Absolutely beautiful stroke. Lovely clean swing of the bat. Been some lovely boundaries already in this innings. There's also been a lot of dot balls. 32 for 1. Shahidul Islam into the attack, into the box alongside me. Atar Ali Khan looking fabulous as always. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Niall. Good evening, all. I'm just getting a bit of a start here. This pair of Tamim and Parvez Yaman. Tamim just coming back from playing a couple of matches in Pakistan, which should stand him in good stead. The T20 competition, the PSL. But he's just struggled with his timing, hasn't he? 11 of 12 now. But the kind of experience that he has, you'd expect that he can really turn it on when it's required.
Advancing. Smashed. That's much better. That's what we're used to seeing. Tamim taking the attack to the bowler. Advancing, staying a little bit leg side and just punishing. Smashed it through the off.
He's certainly changed his game plan the last couple of years in all format, Niall. He does take a bit of time, and then when he sees that yes, he's set, then he starts to play shots like that. I mean, he used to play, when he came into the scene, he used to play with a lot of flamboyance. And have a look at that shot. That is terrific hit.
Well bowled. Very well bowled. Watch Tamim move leg side. Followed him. Yeah, I agree. He's matured a lot. Probably going back 3 seasons now. taking over captaincy in the BPL as well, I think has helped his game. He's playing a lot more consistent, and you're right, gives himself a bit more time to start of his innings. He knows he can catch up. We've seen that in some massive innings over the last couple of seasons in the BPL.
And if you look at the composition of his side, the Fortune Barishal, you just feel that they're probably short of one or two batsmen. That's why he said earlier on that he needs to think out of the box. And he put a couple of names in front. One is batting with him, Parvez Imon, who was the member of that team that made history in the Under-19 World Cup when they went on to win the World Cup. And then the next one, Tauhid Ridwan. So watch out for these two batsmen. I reckon they have some serious prospect to become really good players.
Yeah, it was interesting, his comments. I read them on the internet, and it was strange to see a senior player make those kind of comments leading into a tournament, but sometimes you just wonder what's behind it. Is a bit of kidology. Maybe you're trying to catch some of the opposition off guard, or maybe you're trying to stimulate your own side into, you know, upping their game slightly, maybe come up against potentially stronger sides. So you never quite know what's behind the exact statement. Maybe he's trying to get himself up for the game himself. Again, stays leg sides in the air, should be taken, is taken. Simple catch. Absolutely easy as you like. Imrul Kazi will not miss that. Well, Tamim Iqbal going leg side, trying to go over the top. He can only cloth it. Short and sweet.
Just eyeing that area over the top of the infield, mistimed it. Easy, too easy in the end for someone like Imrul Kazi. But you got to give credit to Shohidul to force Tamim Iqbal to play that shot in the air. Pays the big price. He goes back in the heart. Gone for 15. Barishal 38 for 2.
কলেজ নড়লে ক্লাস করবি কেমনে?
দেশ জুড়ে শিক্ষার আলো পৌঁছে দিলেই সম্ভব। বিস্তৃত 4G পাশে আছি আমরা, গ্রামীণ ফোন।
কোকা-কোলার সাথে খাওয়ার মজা জমবে।
আপু, ফ্রেন্ডরা মিলে বাইরে যাব, টাকাটা মোবাইলেই দাও, সাথে ক্যাশ আউট চার্জ 20 টাকা।
দেশের সর্বনিম্ন ক্যাশ আউট চার্জ 1009 টাকা 99 পয়সা। এবার সব হবে নগদে।
20 টাকার দিন শেষ, নগদে বাংলাদেশ।
সবচেয়ে বিস্তৃত রবি 4.5G ভিডিও স্টক নেটওয়ার্কে এক্সপেরিয়েন্স করুন 6GB মাত্র 114 টাকার চার্জে। রবি।
The bowling side will be happier. Gemcon Khulna, they won the toss, they wanted to bowl. Both sides you felt wanted to bowl first with the dew factor in the evening. The ball has dominated the bat thus far. Well, the moment we've all been waiting for. The master's back, Shakib Al Hassan. Like he's never left.
You know, I can tell you one thing, all eyes will be on Shakib Al Hassan, make no mistake. Fans are watching the game, sitting at home, will be hoping that Shakib comes back with a bang. And I won't be surprised, you know, if he does that, because that's the kind of play that we've known as Shakib. Remember what he did in the World Cup. 600 runs, 606 to be exact, with 11 wickets. No one ever has done that in a cricket World Cup. Certainly, Mahmudullah Riyad and his teammates and everybody will be hoping that yes, he gets back into form, not just with the ball, with also the bat, and prove his worth.
Rafi Hussain is up and running. He's off the mark because Tamim Iqbal, well, he tried to go over the top again, just didn't get it, just didn't get enough out of the middle. It's a simple catch, really easy catch from Mulcaise. Just how important is Shakib to Bangladesh cricket? It's 3 years, we've got 2 T20 World Cups and a 50 World Cup on the horizon.
Probably the most important player on the horizon at the moment for Bangladesh. The reason that I said earlier that I won't be surprised if he comes back with a bang, because we've known what he is capable of doing in the middle. His prime object is to go out and outperform each and everybody with the ball, bat with the ball in the field. And I just hope he stays fit physically, because you need to be also mentally prepared to come back after a long layoff. You know what happened. End of the over. Very good over.
Yes, আজকে আমার দিন। আজকে আমি খাবো অনেক অনেক চিকেন ম্যাগি। ফ্রাইডেতে শ্রিম্প ম্যাগি, স্যাটারডেতে ভেজি ওয়ান, মঙ্গল বুধ বৃহস্পতি সুপি এক টমিয়াম, সানডে মানডে ম্যাগি চিকেন।
ম্যাগি মানে ভিন্ন স্বাদে প্রতিদিন।
ভাগ্যিস ম্যাগি ছিল।
ফ্রম নেসলে।
বঙ্গবন্ধু ধরেছিলেন হাল সোনার বাংলা গড়ার। পথ দেখিয়েছেন তারুণ্যকে নতুন কিছু করার। সেই পথ ধরে আমরা গড়েছি বিশ্বের বিস্ময়।
তার সে স্বপ্নে এগোবে বাংলা। বঙ্গবন্ধুর স্বপ্নের পথে।
Mamadullah into the attack. Oh, what an interesting shot that is. The straight pull all the way for 6. Short ball, rocks back, pulls it straight over the bowler's head for a maximum.
He's an exciting cricketer, a very exciting prospect. And it's not an easy shot to play. You're on the back foot. You really have to middle it, and middle it to the perfection. He's got a good start here. What is important for the youngster Imon to go and get a big one here. 31 of 27, and it's still a long way to go. Only the 8th over. Big learning curve for the youngsters to realize that if you get an opportunity, you got to grab it with both hands.
Well, the skipper is going to twirl away from the Bashundara group end.
Excellent bowling, Rabbi.
On the charge. Good effort. Mamadullah off his own bowling. Good save. Really good save. But this is the... Try and explain this maximum. Talk us through this stroke earlier.
It's not a bad delivery. And what he did was he just waited and waited on the back foot. Look at the weight transfer. And then, in the end, it turned out to be a really good shot. And that's not only his first six. He's already hit 3 sixes in his short innings now. So you just get a sense that Parvez Imon has the ability to play big shots. So if he can continue to rotate the strike, once in a while he will play a big shot. And if he gets away with it, then he'll probably end up scoring certain amount of runs, which will be good for his batting team.
Good finish. Mamadullah, not a bad over. 8 off it. 8 gone, 49 for 2.
বঙ্গবন্ধু ধরেছিলেন হাল সোনার বাংলা গড়ার। পথ দেখিয়েছেন তারুণ্যকে নতুন কিছু করার। সেই পথ ধরে আমরা গড়েছি বিশ্বের বিস্ময়।
তার সে স্বপ্নে এগোবে বাংলা।
কোকা-কোলার সাথে খাওয়ার মজা জমবে।
ফ্রেন্ডশিপের এই ম্যাজিক্যাল চেইন রিঅ্যাকশন কোনো অ্যানালাইসিস দিয়ে জাজ করা যাবে না ব্রো। এসব
Shakib to continue. Believe it. Short, smashed, straight to the man in the deep. Cannot believe it. Short, long hop down leg side. Hit it anywhere. Hit it out of the ground. Shakib's back.
Have a look at this. I told you. The moment the ball was bowled, the batsman didn't realize that yes, I had an opportunity and I can hit it out of the ground. Only managing to find the fielder in the deep. Afif gone for 2. Shakib picks up his very first wicket. Barishal 49 for 3.
That's the time for the Bashundara strategic timeout.
জি শহীদ ভাই হোসেন চোরার দোকান আমরা তো জানি চোরের ধনে বরকত নাই কিন্তু চাচা ও তো চুরির টাকায় দোকান দেয় নাই ও চুরি ছাড়ছে হেই কবে চুরি ছাড়ছে মানে চাচা মানুষ চুরি করে গেলে কন্ত অভাবে তো আমগই গ্রামে কামের কোনো অভাব আছে চুরি করার দরকারটা কি কিন্তু ওই যে কথায় আছে না যাস যায় না মইলে খাসলস যায় না ধুইলে চুরি করতে কি লাগে কন্ত আন্ধার আর ওই যে শীতল চোর অগো কি লাগে কাঁচা বাড়ি ঘর আর আমগই গ্রামে কোনো কাঁচা বাড়ি ঘর আছে বেশিরভাগ বাড়ি ঘরে মেঝে নয় ডুয়া তো পাকাই সাইড দিকে এখন ফকফকা বিদ্যুতের আলো দিন না রাত বোঝা মুশকিল শেখ হাসিনার বাংলাদেশ এখন শীতল চোর মুক্ত ভূত মুক্ত
শহীদ ভাই এই যে আপনার এনার্জি বল শহীদ ভাই আমার দোকানে তো আসবেন চা খাইতেন
অবশ্যই
দেশের প্রায় ৯৭% মানুষ বিদ্যুৎ সুবিধার আওতায় এসেছে বিদ্যুৎ উৎপাদন ক্ষমতা ২৩,৫৪৮ মেগাওয়াট ছাড়িয়েছে
তোমার সাফল্যে এগিয়ে চলে বাংলাদেশ।
মানুষের আত্মমর্যাদা ও সার্বভৌমত্বের লড়াইয়ে জাতির পিতা বঙ্গবন্ধু শেখ মুজিবুর রহমান শুধু বাঙালি জাতির কাছেই অবিসংবাদিত নেতা নন, বিশ্বের বহু স্বাধীনতাকামী মানুষের কাছেও তিনি প্রবল অনুপ্রেরণার। শেখ মুজিব নিহত হবার খবরে আমি মর্মাহত। তিনি একজন মহান নেতা ছিলেন। তার অনন্য সাধারণ সাহসিকতা এশিয়া ও আফ্রিকার জনগণের জন্য প্রেরণাদায়ক ছিল। ইন্দিরা গান্ধী, ভারতীয় বেতার আকাশবাণী, ১৯৭৫ সালের ১৬ই আগস্ট তাদের সংবাদ পর্যালোচনা করে বলে, যিশু মারা গেছে। মুজিব না থাকলে বাংলাদেশ কখনোই জন্ম নিত না। ফিনান্সিয়াল টাইমস ইউকে। আমি হিমালয় দেখিনি, বঙ্গবন্ধুকে দেখেছি। ফিদেল ক্যাস্ট্রো। নিউজ উইক ইউএসএ বঙ্গবন্ধুকে আখ্যা দেয় পোয়েট অফ পলিটিক্স বলে।
পত্রিকা করি এবার এই পাশটা মুছি।
হালুম দেখো কত কিছু করে।
Bashundara LPG gas timeout done and dusted. Shakib back. Tossed up. That wasn't the best ball he's bowled in his career. Hoodroy, new man at the crease. Another one starting out in his career. Chopped away. There is protection. Well, Shakib's preparation been out of the game for a long time. That's has he been practicing in States or has he been back here at Dhaka?
I'll answer that after having a look at what happened in the previous dismissal. It's just an awkward length because I thought it's a little bit too closer. And in the end, it hit it straight into deep. Johul Islam, after he was the batsman. Well, he came back. He went away. Was overseas. Oh, that is a big shot. Into the stands. That is a sports six. You could sense it that they have this no fear kind of attitude. No matter who you are up against, if the ball is there to be hit, I'm gonna hit it.
Well, that's a beauty. Right out of the middle. It's gone a long way. Shakib came round the wicket. Oh, fantastic. Brings that bottom hand in. Hold the pose. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Beauty. Massive. Wasn't much on the ball. It was just a bit of a nothing ball really from Shakib. Got dealt with.
Just going back to Shakib, remember Bangladesh was supposed to tour Sri Lanka for a 3-test match series. So he came back and he practiced with a couple of coaches all by himself. He was very keen and was trying to get ready. Good comeback, really good comeback. A bit quicker. Lovely delivery from Shakib.
Just a single. And a wicket in the over. Massive 6 as well, 57 for 3. For 3, it's been tough going for Fortune Barishal. Lots of dot balls, 31 dots in 9 overs, chewing up a lot of dot balls, but among that there's been some fantastic stroke play. And again, foot movement missing. Just watch the feet, nowhere. Absolutely nowhere. Backing away, neither into the line of the ball or coming down the pitch. Iman's look good though. 4 big hits. 4 maximums in his innings so far. It's going to be 4 leg buys. 2 straight, 2 full. Off the pads are 4.
It's all about creating pressure. And he just released that pressure. Shahidul Islam down the leg side. It's a leg by, but nevertheless it's 4 runs. That's cost him 4 runs. But you got to keep bowling at good line, good areas. Started with a dot, which is somewhere around the off stump, but the very next delivery is down the leg side, pays the price.
Smash straight back past the bowler again. I don't think it's where the batsman anticipated, but he got plenty on it. Another boundary.
There's some very exciting players in this tournament, the Bangamundu T20. One of them is batting at the moment. He's trying to pull it, but in the end what he does is he bats it back down the ground. Again, not an easy shot to play. But he's got enough on the bat and he races to the boundary. And I'd like to see him bat, whether he can bat for another 5-7 overs. Paris Iman.
Chance. It's a conversation we often have when we cover whether it be the BPL or this tournament. Can the batsman convert that start into a significant match-winning score? We've already seen a couple of good starts today and get out. So this is an opportunity for the young man, 43 for 37, to go back 20 overs, go back 18 overs and get 80 or 90 and win the game for your side.
Yeah, we heard both the captains at the toss that they were happy to bowl first. Remember the first match, the team which bowled first ended up on the losing side.
That was a cracking game though, wasn't it? What a fixture.
The cliffhanger. Now they needed 9. Dhaka, Wrexham to Dhaka, but it was Minister Rajshahi who had other plans thanks to Medias, and what a terrific over that was.
Well, they had 7 balls because they had a free hit.
Absolutely.
They still couldn't do it.
Unbelievable. That's T20 for you.
Acrobatic save. It's all happening. 10 overs bowled, 67 for 3.
That's how it looks. The little blocks being built up slowly and gradually. Still a bit of work to be done here for Fortune Barishal, going at 6.7 runs per over. Early starters of 3 wickets have pegged them back. Some accurate bowling like that from Shafiul Islam. 1 for 15 so far into his 3rd over. Hridoy and Imon have got their work cut out. Imon has been very impressive, I must say, despite the fact that wickets have been falling all around him. He's held fort and he's been pretty bold with his shots.
Yeah, the first game, Minister Raj Sai's first 10 overs with the bat wasn't great, but their following 10 overs was fantastic. A partnership of 89 or 49 deliveries. And I feel Fortune Barishal need to take a little leaf out of that book. And that it's not a foregone conclusion. Try and get a total on the board. Try and build a meaningful partnership. This partnership now is 19 or 14. Something to work with. A man that's set as well.
Little Todd is starting off with regard to his timing of the ball, but seems to have settled down now. And he just maneuvers the balls very nicely. Go quickly through for the second round. That's good.
Yeah, very good running. Put pressure on the fielder, who then made the mistake. And then effected the second. Just there, the intent is good. And just realized at that moment that he's not able to pick up the ball cleanly and then steal another one.
Alert to the fact he's watching the ball go to the fielder and realizes his second run was there. Oh, that's up in the air now. Where is this going? Is it going to hand? No, it's not. Just falling short. It was quite a bit away from Imrul Kayas, who had to cover a lot of ground to get to that. But he must have had his heart in his mouth for a while.
He picks up length very quickly. Didn't quite come onto the bat as quickly as he would have liked, but tell you what, length deliveries, he gets in, they'll disappear. Good work out in the deep as well, good awareness of where the boundary rope is.
I don't think Sheffield will be too unhappy with that attempt. Oh, full toss. Sliced it. It's gone through. 4 runs. Yeah, an effort in the deep to no avail by Shakib. And that's the 11th over done. 76 for 3. Well, he's reached his 50 of 41 deliveries, and what a way to get it. It was a full toss, there to be put away, but you've got to put it away. He's lost his helmet. He goes for the big shots, doesn't he?
He does throw everything at it. Sakib in the deep could not prevent the boundary. Maiden 50.
Absolutely top class. When team are in a spot of bother, that's when these kind of innings is just show up and make it more significant. Got to carry on. Hridoy still fresh in the middle. Oh, just wide of the fielder.
We saw a remarkable catch in the first game in that region. This time it evades the fielder. Goes away for 4. It went really, really quickly.
It did, didn't it? Cut it square in the air for a while. You see that just beyond despairing effort. Acrobatic effort there, but to no avail. There we go, joining in the fun. And just past the bowler. Good call, good response. Thought of a second run, but he had already overrun. For this Bangabandhu T20 Cup 2020, the OTT partners, MyGP app, Grameenphone, My Sports app, Robi, Game On app, Banglalink, Furti app, Vodafone Qatar, and Fancoda in India. So it's going all around the world. Hope you're enjoying all the OTT partners, whoever is watching online. Now, where is that going? To hand. A wild swing, maybe got the leading edge or the back of the bat, maybe a shoulder of the bat, and it was a simple take.
Again, trying to go after the length. Extra bounce. Cramps him up, in fact. Thick outside edge and backward point does the rest. I think that's a big wicket. He has to go, Pravres. Gone for 51, it's 81 for 4.
$81 for 4. So as they were just building up a partnership, the man who's held it together and scored the 50 runs has departed. Brought in the more experienced Irfan Shukur. You can see played in the BPL. It's been quite impressive. He's not on strike. Rido just pushes and runs for the single.
And now that Bush and Barishal have lost nearly half their batting lineup and mainly the top order. We look at him on his demise again, trying to go through the leg side. It's a little bit of a tangle. Comfortable catch for the man at backward point. Well, not much of a reaction there. What I do every day. But I think this is a point where you need to envision or visualize a total. That's gone for 4. Goodness, that surprised me as well. I was totally confused the way that ball went.
Drifted down the leg side, could have easily gone for a wide. At the last moment, seemed to get a bit of bat on it as a little poke as it goes down. There you see, left hand.
Yeah, just there. I just thought it's a little swat down to fine leg. It's bisected both fielders. What a shot.
Give him credit for that in taking that one hand off and extending the other. Well, they need all the runs they can muster at this moment. Well done, 88 for 4. The bowlers are going to be pretty happy with what they've achieved so far. 1 for 24 for Sheffield. Still got an over left, 1 each for Hassan Mahmood. Shahidul and Shakib Al Hassan. So two important bowlers still have overs in hand, and that's going to be of concern to the Barishal team. And here's one of those men, top all-rounder in the world, coming back into the fray after a year. Doesn't seem that he's been away, has it? Just fallen into top gear.
Well, he hasn't cut his hair. Well, he's kept a different hairstyle. This is what I was talking about at this point. Is the batting side, lost 4 wickets, mainly your top order. You've got to start visualizing a total and try and work towards it. Something that you can control, not something that is totally out of reach. Is it the 159 at 9 runs and over? Is that enough?
You did mention in the first innings, in the first match rather, when they did manage to go from 64 in the first 10 to 169, 104 runs, 105 runs in the next 10 overs. That's possible, that's plausible. But you've got absolutely right. You've got to just decide yourself with your partner how you're going to go about it.
Yeah, because it mentally prepares you for that sort of partnership or acceleration. Force through the own side. He will come around and they'll just keep it down to 2. It also allows you to start predicting when to maybe take a risk. At the beginning of the over, in the middle of the over, you start surveying the field in different areas. You start then also putting more impetus into running between the wickets.
But we can suggest ways and means for the batters to go about how they're going to achieve a target or a score. Whoa, that's possibly a wide, is it? Yes, it is. Maybe slipped out of his fingers.
You can also look at the bowlers that have bowled and maybe target a specific bowler that you think that you can get a great deal of runs from in a specific over. Oh, I think that's very tight. Goodness.
It just eases into that shot. They go through quickly for the first one. It's wide enough from the fielder to comfortably make a couple. Well, the boundaries have run dry. Essential to get these doubles and singles on a regular basis. 7.32 the current run rate. And just getting to the pitch of that ball and just stepping.
কিন্তু দোস্ত আমি তো রিয়ার নাম্বার অনেক আগেই মোবাইল থেকে ডিলিট করে দিছি। হ্যালো রিয়া।
আকাশের প্রতিটি রেফারেলে দুজনেই পাচ্ছেন মাসিক বিলে 50% ক্যাশব্যাক। চলে আসুন আকাশের ঝকঝকে টিভি দেখার নতুন দুনিয়ায়।
শেষ হয়ে গেলাম ভাই। ক্যাশ আউট চার্জ 1020 টাকা দিতে দিতে।
দেশের সর্বনিম্ন ক্যাশ আউট চার্জ 1009 টাকা 99 পয়সা। এবার সব হবে নগদে।
20 টাকার দিন শেষ, নগদে বাংলাদেশ।
কলেজ নড়লে ক্লাস করবি কেমনে? দেশ জুড়ে শিক্ষার আলো পৌঁছে দেওয়া চাইলেই সম্ভব। বিস্তৃত 4G নেটওয়ার্ক নিয়ে পাশে আছি আমরা, গ্রামীণ ফোন।
Hridoy not out on 16. Irfan Shakur. Now, Irfan Shakur knows he's been in this kind of scenario before, and he would be, if you compare the rest of the team, would be the ideal person to give young Tauhid Hridoy the partnership he needs, the camaraderie and the support he needs to get to a total where they can feel comfortable in defending. Alamin Hussain into his third over, hasn't got a wicket, but he's been pretty impressive so far.
Shamim, you know, my first port of call when it comes to drinking things is water and fruit juice. But I tell you what, Kazi and Kazi tea, it's a cup of goodness. I'm totally changed now. I'm just going to drink tea for the rest of my stay here in Bangladesh.
You do that. It's very good, actually. It's excellent stuff. Need it. some tea to give this innings some momentum. Maybe he's just had a cuppa, swinging from the hips, getting a single. But yeah, absolutely, it's good to have that. Lovely, lovely cup. Well, they've got other things on their mind other than drinking tea. Get some runs going. Just 7.2 runs per over. It's kind of not going to be good enough. You've got to get a move on. Just, at times, you've got to throw caution to the wind. Take a few risks. But this has been some accurate bowling.
Yeah, good running. I agree with you, the bowling's been good. These singles, these twos, slowly help you gather some form of momentum. The equation at 9 runs and over was about 159, now it's dropped to 156. Is the 150 mark enough? What are they seeing out there? What are they deducing from the conditions? I'll tell you one thing is that the dew is going to be a factor.
It's going to work in two ways. It's going to be more difficult for the spinners to grip, that's for sure. And also it's going to skid on. It's going to come on to the bat a little bit better than it did during the day games at least. So the advantages would be in the team chasing. As they think of a second run, decided just not to take that risk. Having a little bit of a discussion. I think that's essential. That's the Ace Virtual Fan Zone. You know, watching the game from the comfort of the home, really enjoying the proceedings. Great first game we had, another good one over here, the second one. Well, you know, the stadium is bereft of spectators because of COVID. Unfortunately, hope that things get back to normal quickly for everyone's sake, for the players. When the adrenaline rush that you get when there's a crowd backing you, home advantage, people cheering for you, maybe missing. Even we as commentators sometimes find it difficult to really get on and raise our voices as we see that desperate effort and the ball goes through for another boundary.
Yeah, the south field now getting quite greasy as the 100 comes up. It's just on the 5 pad, works it away. Yeah, it's almost as if it starts picking up speed. So Islam could have perhaps made a better meal of that, but picks up a much needed boundary for Fortune Barishal.
Need more of those.
Fantastic to see people wearing their masks.
Okay, not getting hold of that one. Sometimes when you try to hit the ball too hard, you tend to just be a little awry with your timing. 14 overs done, 103 for 4.
মন দুরন্ত হতে চাইলেও শরীর তাতে সায় দেয় না, তাই শরীরটাকে ফিট রাখতে বসুন্ধরা আটা নিয়ে এলো 3 মাসের মোর টু লাইফ চ্যালেঞ্জ।
টানা 3 মাস শরীরচর্চার পাশাপাশি নিয়মিত বসুন্ধরা আটার রুটি খান। এর লো ক্যালোরি লো কার্ব শরীরকে রাখবে সবসময় হালকা। বসুন্ধরা আটা, প্রতিদিনের শুদ্ধতায়, প্রতিদিনের সুস্থতায়।
আপু, ফ্রেন্ডরা মিলে বাইরে যাব, টাকাটা মোবাইলেই দাও, সাথে ক্যাশ আউট চার্জ 20 টাকা।
দেশের সর্বনিম্ন ক্যাশ আউট চার্জ 1009 টাকা 90 পয়সা। এবার সব হবে নগদে।
দিন শেষ, নগদে বাংলাদেশ।
They're doing the right thing, wearing the Boshundara masks.
And social distancing.
That's the way to go about it. Social distancing, wearing masks, hand sanitizing. Even the police women there, very alert.
Wonderful to see.
The going is getting tougher and tougher for Barishal at the moment with 6 overs remaining. Got to get a move on. Got to go and try and get to the 150 mark at least if they're going to have the opportunity of being a little comfortable in defending the total.
Gemcon Khulna have not allowed them to just get away. They haven't bowled many loose deliveries in clusters. Barishal's had to look for scoring opportunities. His final over, can you believe it, coming in the 15th over. But they've already assessed the conditions that well that they can get one of their spearheads to bowl out now.
That's a luxury that you don't really see. I mean, a lot of captains tend to hang on to their strike bowlers for the penultimate or the ultimate over. But now they're trying to just squeeze the batsmen and get their best bowlers to ensure that even if they don't get a wicket, they don't give away too many runs with deliveries like that. Great stuff.
Hence my point of not sort of going through the motion, but have intent of where you hope to finish up. Sometimes you rest on your laurels and think perhaps in the last 3 overs that's when we can express ourselves. The expression doesn't have to come in big shots.
Again, just content to milk the runs. Not going to be enough. Wild throw. Desperate try to cover up, but there's not chance of a second. Pervez Zaman scored a brilliant 50. He was the most important cog in the wheel for the team.
Take some fantastic shots. Look at this. Lovely pick up through the onside. Wasn't afraid of Saqib. Went after the slog sweep. That's a remarkable shot. He pulled it and went straight down the ground. This one, he said, well, I'll throw the kitchen sink and the fridge. Wonderful 50.
One of each. Well, a little bit of advice coming from the experienced Shakib for the stalwart Rafiul Islam. Getting tougher by the minute. Expected the ball to come on, but you've got to take into account this is already almost 15 overs old, got a little softer. Maybe the newer ball will come on better for the bat when the second inning starts. Oh, a pitch and gone. Simple take there. He's a little confused whether the catch was taken cleanly.
Yeah, he probably just wants to have a quick check upstairs. Umpire Saikat will go upstairs to be the umpire. Khan Suman. Soft signal is out. So they go through the process of checking whether it's a no ball. Mahmudullah went up straight away. I think he's beaten. Well, can't really see from there. Looks as if. Way behind, moving along swiftly. And now we just want to see if this ball has carried. I think it's landed safely in the hands of the skipper Mahmudullah.
Yeah, but knowing Mahmudullah, he's not going to be showing his emotions. He doesn't really celebrate and taking depth. Just simple. Do this every day of the week. So it just says, I've taken a clean catch. I think it looks clean enough to me.
Yeah, because the soft signal is out, there has to be an enormous amount of conclusive evidence to overturn that decision. I just also look at the body language of Mahmudullah there. Claimed it straight away. There we go. Big screen confirms it out.
And he has to leave Irfan Shukr. Well, this low catch in front of him, dying on Mahmudullah Riyad, did well to cup his fingers underneath the ball and claim that catch. Shafiul is elated. And a second look at it, but eventually Irfan Shukr gone for 11 and it's 106 for 5. That's the completion of the 15th over, and it's 106 for 5.
সবচেয়ে বিস্তৃত রবি 4.5G ভিডিও স্টক নেটওয়ার্কে এক্সপেরিয়েন্স করুন 6GB মাত্র 114 টাকার রিচার্জে। রবি।
জানাও তোমার তিনটি ইচ্ছা।
দাঁড়াও।
ওকে দাঁড়ালাম, বাকি দুটা
স্প্রাইট।
শেষ ইচ্ছা, আবার তিনটে ইচ্ছা দাও।
স্প্রাইট আগে তৃষ্ণা মেটাও।
Barishal, 106 for 5. Just lost their fifth. Just when you want to press on at the closing stages, you lose another wicket. Mahadul's the new man in. Been pretty good so far with the Gemcon Khulna. Good Yorker, really good Yorker. Any stage innings, the Yorker's a good ball. Underused. This is the 5th wicket to fall. Sheffield Islam bowled, good bowler, Sheffield Islam. Simple catch, captain Mahmudullah Riyad. Low catch, goes fingers underneath it nicely, easy as you like. Good to see him back fitting well, playing well. Shahidul's look good too. That's Ali Khan, hasn't he? Nice pace, nice action.
Yeah, the bowlers have been on the money right from the word go. Remember, Shafil Islam picking up a very first wicket on his very first delivery in the very first over. Mahidul Islam will need to be at his best of 37, and it's not been going easy for Barishal right from the start, apart from the fact that Parvez Iman played a really good knock. Even Tamim struggled, and so did the rest. And that's the reason why at this stage of the game they are 107 for 5 in the 16th over.
Yeah, they have struggled. They struggled to get used to the conditions, struggled to get used to the bowlers. Mahmudullah said it at the toss. We haven't had much time together. We've had very little practice time. The shining light though, as you mentioned, Parvez Iman. Wonderful half century, 51 from 42. One area probably can improve dot balls. A lot of dot balls in his innings. Some wonderful maximums though. If you can just turn a dozen of those dots into singles, all of a sudden you're 60 odd.
And he needs to learn that, and learn that very quickly, Niall. Because just the start of the tournament, this is the first match for both these teams, and the one who played the first game. So if they can realize what mistakes they did instead of looking to play the big shots, fine. It's good that you can, if you play a big shot and get away with it, get a boundary, get an over boundary, it's fine. But don't rely on that particularly all the time. So very crucial. That's exactly what Niall O'Brien is trying to make a point, that when you're there in the middle, don't always look for big shots. Also try to look to how to rotate the strike, because there are open spaces.
Well, the big plus point for Parvez Iman is that he has the big shots. He has the power and the skill to hit the maximum. So just tweak your game, just work on your game, add to your skill set. I thought it was very impressive. But the rest of his side have struggled. Barishal have really struggled. Fortune. They needed Tamim to fire. He didn't. Good season. Good cricket. 16 overs bowled. 1-1-1 for 5. And with that, it's time for the Bashundara LPG strategic timeout.
Too quick.
Yes, আজকে আমার দিন। আজকে আমি খাবো অনেক অনেক চিকেন ম্যাগি। ফ্রাইডেতে শ্রিম্প ম্যাগি, স্যাটারডেতে ভেজি ওয়ান, মঙ্গল বুধ বৃহস্পতি সুপি এক টমিয়াম, সানডে মানডে ম্যাগি চিকেন।
ম্যাগি মানে ভিন্ন স্বাদে প্রতিদিন।
ভাগ্যিস ম্যাগি ছিল।
From Nestle.
কলেজ নড়লে ক্লাস করবি কেমনে?
দেশ জুড়ে শিক্ষার আলো পৌঁছে দেওয়া চাইলেই সম্ভব। বিস্তৃত 4G নেটওয়ার্ক আছি আমরা, গ্রামীণ ফোন।
বঙ্গবন্ধু ধরেছিলেন হাল সোনার বাংলা গড়ার।
পথ দেখিয়েছেন তারুণ্যকে নতুন কিছু করার। সেই পথ ধরে আমরা গড়েছি বিশ্বের বিস্ময়।
তার সে স্বপ্নে এগোবে বাংলা।
বঙ্গবন্ধুর স্বপ্নের পথে জেমকন খুলনা।
অনলাইনে আকাশ বেসিক সংযোগের সাথে স্ট্যান্ডার্ড প্যাক কিনে পেমেন্ট বিকাশ করলেই 300 টাকা ক্যাশব্যাক।
ফ্রেন্ডশিপ ইনজেকশন কোনো অ্যানালাইসিস দিয়ে জাজ করা যাবে না ব্রো। এসব বন্ধু থাকলেই পসিবল। এয়ারটেল বন্ধুদের নাম্বার 1 নেটওয়ার্ক।
বিস্তৃত রবি 4.5G ভিডিও স্টক নেটওয়ার্কে এক্সপেরিয়েন্স করুন 6GB মাত্র 114 টাকার চার্জে। রবি।
কাল বাড়ি যাব, হোস্টেল ভাড়াটা একটু দিয়ে দিস। সাথে ক্যাশ আউট চার্জটাও দিস, 20 টাকা কিন্তু।
দেশের সর্বনিম্ন ক্যাশ আউট চার্জ 1009 টাকা 99 পয়সা। এবার সব হবে নগদে।
20 টাকার দিন শেষ, নগদে বাংলাদেশ।
কোকা-কোলার সাথে খাওয়ার মজা জমবে।
সবচেয়ে বিস্তৃত রবি 4.5G ভিডিও স্টক নেটওয়ার্কে এক্সপেরিয়েন্স করুন 6GB মাত্র 114 টাকার চার্জে। রবি।
ফ্রেন্ডশিপের এই ম্যাজিক্যাল চেইন রিঅ্যাকশন কোনো অ্যানালাইসিস দিয়ে জাজ করা যাবে না ব্রো। এসব শুধু বন্ধু থাকলেই পসিবল। এয়ারটেল বন্ধুদের নাম্বার 1 নেটওয়ার্ক।
Well, the coaches have had their input. 4 overs to go. Current run rate will get a 138. They need more than that. They'll want a lot more than that. Al-Amin Hussain back into the attack. What kind of score are you looking for here? After if you're sitting on the Fortune Barishal bench.
If they go on from here at 12 runs in an over, they should get 150, and that's exactly what they should have in their minds. More, better, but nothing less than 150, because I feel that 150 is still not enough on this surface. But that's some runs on the board, and if you pick up early wickets, you never know. But it's not easy work. 12 runs in an over from here on. They're going at a rate of 7 runs in an over up until now.
Especially when you look at the batting lineup that Gemcon Khulna possess. Imral Kays, Shakib Al-Hassan. Okay, Shaki's been out of the game for a long time. Might take Animal Hakbi Joy, wonderful player, lovely batsman. Mahmudullah, excellent. There's plenty there. And experience as well. Mahmudullah, Shakib, Imral Kays, whether he opens or bats down the order. In the BPL last couple of seasons, sometimes a bad number 4 at times. It's a good side, it's a good looking side. Shuffles across offside, bangs it over mid-off, excellent. Excellent all the way, brilliant batting. Good connection, good commitment.
And that's gone the distance. It's a very good shot. It's a slower delivery, trying to roll the fingers over. And he picked it up quite early and pumped it down on the ground for the maximum. They need shots like this to pick up boundaries, to get that total to 150, 160 maybe.
Well, it wasn't great bowling. Mahidul shuffled across outside off. bowler provided exactly where he wanted it. On the length, outside off, to smash through the line. Does the same again, playing a miss. Flirting with danger though. Al-Amin, that's flirting with danger. That's on the length.
I think the idea was right because the mid-off is still up inside the circle. And he's trying to hit it over the top on the offside. That's fine, fair enough. Even if he gets a thick outside edge, it might just run down to the third man. Fair enough. Because as a batsman, when you see your team struggling to score runs, struggling to pick up boundaries, then you've got to take chances. Now the mid-off fielder goes back at long off. And third man comes in. So that particular shot is not on at the moment.
Outrageous. Sometimes you just gotta love the invention. Okay, it didn't come off, but players nowadays, third man came in the ring, tried to get the reverse sweep out off the glove in the end, I think. A la Joss Butler.
Yeah, very ambitious. And it's not an easy shot to play. Yes, you do see players, especially in this format, to repeat over and over again the reverse, not just the sweep, the pulls.
Lovely. Lovely little use of the feet and a dab down to long on to finish the 17th. 120 for 5.
দেশের সর্বনিম্ন ক্যাশ আউট চার্জ 1009 টাকা 99 পয়সা। এবার সব হবে নগদে।
20 টাকার দিন শেষ, নগদে বাংলাদেশ।
বঙ্গবন্ধু ধরেছিলেন হাল সোনার বাংলা গড়ার।
পথ দেখিয়েছেন তারুণ্যকে নতুন কিছু করার। সেই পথ ধরে আমরা গড়েছি বিশ্বের বিস্ময়।
তার সে স্বপ্নে এগোবে বাংলা।
দুর্বার দুর্জয়।
বঙ্গবন্ধুর স্বপ্নের পথে জেমকন খুলনা, জেমকন গ্রুপ।
কলেজ নড়লে ক্লাস করবি কেমনে? দেশ জুড়ে শিক্ষার আলো পৌঁছে দেওয়া চাইলেই সম্ভব। বিস্তৃত 4G নেটওয়ার্ক নিয়ে পাশে আছি আমরা, গ্রামীণ ফোন।
No massive skyscrapers in this 120 for 5, but they need 3 biggies here. You feel they need 2 or 3 big 13, 14, 15 run overs to try and get that 150, 160 mark. First game of the comp for both these sides. Good to see cricket being played, live cricket, fantastic. Interesting field placing, no point, got a deep point on third man and a third man inside the ring, so obviously done their homework on the opposition.
It's also very difficult to expect the batsman coming at number 6 and 7 to score the bulk of runs. Yes, I can understand Tauhid Hridoy now 27 of 24 on a slowish side. Don't want to be too harsh. Member of the World Cup winning squad, the under-19 World Cup. But he can still kick on. I mean, a couple of sixes, couple of fours, that equation can change very quickly. But I always feel in a T20 match, the top 4 needs to put their hands up. One of them have to bat through. And other can bat around him. Not just one, couple of them. Nicely done. Very nicely done. Just moving across the stumps and knew exactly what he wanted to do. Presented an opportunity and he's grabbed it with both hands. That's a maximum.
Well, that's a fantastic shot. Brilliant, in fact. Gets inside the line of it, helps it, knows exactly where the field is, doesn't try to hit it hard at all, that was the key. Just let the ball roll off the face of the bat all the way, brilliant. Goes on the sweep, smashes it, that's brilliant as well. That's fantastic, down on one knee, all the way, back-to-back maximums.
And there was a 6 in the previous over, now already 2 in this over. And these 2 sixes have come from the bat of Mahidul Islam. First one, very bad, just put it away down over the long leg. And this time he smashed it towards the mid-wicket area for the maximum. Already 13 in this over. They've got to make sure that they turn out to be really good over for them. If the ball is there to be hit, he's going to go for it. But if it's not there, you've got to look to rotate the strike. He's still changing, he's still making up his mind. Now he sends back a square leg fielder in the deep and gets the third man up inside the circle. Four men on the offside inside the circle. Is he going to take him on and try to hit over the top on the offside?
Glove gone. Silly. Silly batting. Back-to-back sixes. Tries the reverse. He tried the last over, it didn't work. He's tried it again, he's got to go.
A sad and poor end to his innings. He was looking pretty good, especially with those two sixes in the previous two deliveries. Was short and wide, he could have easily gone and cut it, but decided to reverse. And in the end, just edging it straight to the keeper, where Anamal Bija takes the catch. Hassan, happy man, after being belted with two sixes in a row, comes up strongly and sends Mahidul Islam back to 21. Barishal 133 for 6.
Second wicket of the evening for Hassan. Smash for 2 sixes, but got his revenge. Nick past the keeper boundary. Good heat. Good bit of pace behind that one. Never going to have a slip in, and it's always going to go for 4. Good start.
Nothing wrong with the delivery. Just an extra bounce also, just opening the face of the bat just away from the keeper. Lucky, but he'll take it. It's a boundary. It's turning out to be a very good over. 17 already in this over.
Anamal Islam up and running early. Good over with Barishal. Couple of sixes and a boundary. 18 gone, 138 for 6.
কোকা-কোলার সাথে খাওয়ার মজা জমবে।
সবচেয়ে বিস্তৃত রবি 4.5G ভিডিও স্টক নেটওয়ার্কে এক্সপেরিয়েন্স করুন 6GB মাত্র 114 টাকার চার্জে। রবি
বকোয়াস তখনই মুখে দিন গোল্ড মার্কের সুগার কোটেড কুরমুরে বিস্কুট পপস।
5 টাকার কুরমুরে পপস, সব বকোয়াস বন্ধ।
Match 2. Bangabandhu T20 Cup. Fortune Barishal, Gemcon Khulna. Smashed. Down the ground, should be out. Simple catch. Easy as you like. Shafiul Islam not going to make a mistake. Tried to go straight, doesn't get it out of the middle. It's a procession.
Islam trying to hit that out of the ground, back of the hand, clever piece of bowling, and in the end just lobbed it where Shafiul Islam had to just come up a few steps in front and takes an easy catch. Islam goes for 5. 138 for 7.
Yes! আজকে আমি খাবো ঝাল ঝাল চিনি ম্যাগি। শ্রিম্প ম্যাগি, স্যাটারডেতে ভেজি ওয়ান, মঙ্গল বুধ বৃহস্পতি সুপি এক টমিয়াম, সানডে মানডে ম্যাগি চিকেন, কি যে মজা ইয়াম।
ম্যাগি মানে ভিন্ন স্বাদে প্রতিদিন।
ভাগ্যিস ম্যাগি ছিল।
From Nestle.
In the air. Should be taken. Oh, it's going horribly wrong here. For Fortune Barishal. Mamadullah looked like he just lost it ever so slightly in the floodlights, but took a safe catch in the end. Falling away.
And all of a sudden, Shoaib Islam is on a hat trick. First delivery he picks up Aminul Islam, and the next one forces Tawhid Ridoy to hit it in the direction of Mahmudullah, who hardly makes any mistake. Tawhid Ridoy goes for 27. Barishal 138 for 8.
Hat-trick ball. Oh, he goes for the Yorker. Oh, it was nearly off our seats after.
I think the length was good. He made up his mind to bowl a Yorker, but the line was just down the leg side. Had it been a little bit straighter, he was in business. Have a look at this. Yep.
I tell you what, if that was straight, it would have hit the batsman straight in the toe, I reckon. He wasn't going to get the bat down that in time. In the air. Well, this is going to be out as well. This is incredible. Absolutely incredible. Talk about mishitting. They've mishit 3 in the over. And Shahidul's having a right day out.
Just when things were looking bright for Barishal in the previous over, when they were picked up 17, Shoaib Islam had completely different idea. This is his 3rd wicket of his over, of this over, and 4th of the innings. Very good, outstanding stuff from Shoaib. Shoman Khan goes for naught, 138 for 9.
Oh, 3 wickets in the over for Shahidul. Captain Tamim Iqbal, well, he might be smiling, he might be having a laugh, but I reckon he's pretty frustrated. This has been an Abadi performance to date. 138 for 9. It's been good. Shahidul has been really good. Bustling, not overly quick. And Islam Ravi is the new man in. End of the over. 138 for 9.
অনলাইনে আকাশ বেসিক সংযোগের সাথে স্ট্যান্ডার্ড পেমেন্ট বিকাশ 300 টাকা ইনস্ট্যান্ট ক্যাশব্যাক।
বঙ্গে ছিলেন হাল সোনার বাংলা গড়ার।
পথ দেখিয়েছেন তারুণ্যকে নতুন কিছু করার। সেই পথ ধরে আমরা গড়েছি
বিশ্বের বিস্ময়।
তার সে স্বপ্নে এগোবে বাংলা।
স্বপ্নের পথে জেমকন খুলনা, জেমকন গ্রুপ।
দোষ কই? আসবো না রে। কেন? বুঝবি না।
কমাল।
1 মিনিট। বুঝবো না মানে? খুলে বল।
এয়ারটেলে কথা বলো মন খুলে 28 টাকায় 45 মিনিট ও 48 টাকায় 80 মিনিট।
আসতেছি।
এয়ারটেল।
Finish that previous over. There's a good chance for the bowler to pick up another. One bloke that's not going to mind is Shahidul. He's got a chance to pick up a 5 for simple mistake to make. Umpire's been out of action as well, I suppose. Trying to get their eye back in. Make it a 5 for. Come on, young man. Anti-climax. What about a Yorker or a bouncer to finish it off? Well, that's the over again. 139 for 9.
জানাও তোমার তিনটি ইচ্ছা।
দাঁড়াও।
ওকে, বাকি দুটা
স্প্রাইট। শেষ ইচ্ছা।
আবার 3টে ইচ্ছা দাও।
স্প্রাইট, আগে তৃষ্ণা মেটাও।
আপা মাসের টাকাটা
মোবাইলে দিয়ে দিব।
লগে ক্যাশ আউটে 20 টাকা দিয়ে দিন কইলা।
দেশের সর্বনিম্ন ক্যাশ আউট চার্জ 1009 টাকা 99 পয়সা। এবার সব হবে নগদে।
20 টাকার দিন শেষ, নগদে বাংলাদেশ।
Last over, they need a biggie. 139 for 9. You wouldn't think it's going to be enough. Run rate 7.32. They've been dominated. Barishal, absolutely from start to finish so far. Well, it would have been out. Would have been miles out with a direct hit for the bowler.
Direct hit would have been gone. Curtains, for sure. And it's been very good from the bowling side. Gemcon Khulna, have a look at that. 2 for 27 for Shafeel Islam, Alamin Hussain on the wickets. Hassan Khan, 2 for 33. Outstanding. Shahidul Islam, 0 for 17. Brilliant. Shakib also getting into his act as a bowler. 1 for 18. Bowled 3 overs. He'll probably ease into getting to bowl full court of overs in every match.
Swinging. Top edge. Over the keeper. 4 more.
Getting close to that 150 that we talked about.
Yeah, every run's a bonus now. 10 and 11 at the crease. You don't expect too much. Back of a length. Could go anywhere. It's the only problem when you bowl the tail end is when you bowl short or back of a length. The ball can literally go anywhere. Top edges flying off, balls flying off the helmet, can go anywhere. Often better just going for a good Yorker or a slow ball. Taskin Ahmed, the lefty, on strike. Looking forward to watch Taskin Ahmed bowl. Good bowler. Top quality bowler, good pace, good skills. He's had some terrible injuries, Taskin Ahmed. Been really unfortunate. I think last year he was bowling with good pace and good skill in the BPL. Was due to go to New Zealand, I think, after that. Picked up an ankle injury. Tough couple of years, Taskin, but nice to see him out there.
And he also looked good in the BCB President's Cup when he were in one of the matches. He picked up a 4-4. He looked fit. Saw him bowling. Saw him getting his rhythm back. And he'd be actually very keen with the white new ball when he comes on to bowl, because if his team wants to create any pressure, not only Taskin but the man on screen, Kamal Islam Rabbi, both needs to pick up early wickets with the white new ball. 146 for 9 now.
Yeah, 146 for 9. You'd think not going to be enough, but you never know. Runs on the board. All these players are bound to be slightly rusty. You need a couple early. Your point is absolutely spot on. get a couple in the power play, get yourselves into the contest. But Khulna now, they want to wrap this up. They want to get off this pitch. Always nice to bowl out the opposition. Club leg side. Should be enough. Is enough. Good hit. Really good hit by Taskin. Clean strike over mid-wicket.
These are important runs, I can tell you there, mate. He's not happy. Mahmudullah. That is a very good hit from Taskin Ahmed. You talk about his bowling. Have a look at the way he hit that shot. Oh yes, just making some room and cracking it over mid-wicket area for the maximum. Very good.
Good finish. Good slower ball to finish. Don't take the keeper on for the bye. It's going to end there. 152 for 9. An innings that stuttered and stopped and stalled. He'll be happy. The Khulna skipper done really well. Marshall his troops nicely at 152 for 9. They would have taken that at the start.
Yeah, it once said 133 for 6, 138 for 7, 138 for 8, 138 for 9. They kept losing wickets, but in the end, I think it's not a bad total. If you look at the way how they build up their innings, Shakib Al Hasan, good to see him back in the game, but I still feel that it's not enough on the board. But runs on the board is what matters, and they've managed to score 152 for 9.
Yeah, it's a decent display. 51 from him, almost excellent. Parviz, it's Niall O'Brien here. Fantastic, well played. That must have been very, very delightful for yourself.
Thank you, thank you.
Tell us a little bit about conditions out there. It looked slightly difficult for the batsman.
This condition is good for bat, and our batsman is played well, and this there are few more runs I expect, so it's good for us.
পারভেজ ইমন, আথার ভাই কথা বলছি, কেমন আছো?
ভালো আছি আলহামদুলিল্লাহ।
পারভেজ, সেট হয়ে গেলে কিন্তু শেষ মুহূর্তে দেখলাম যে 152 রান করেছো, মনে হয় কিছুটা রান কম আছে, বাট তুমি যখন ব্যাটিং করেছিলে ইট ওয়াজ লুকিং রিয়েলি গুড। যদি তুমি থাকতে পারলে কিন্তু আরেকটা রান হতে পারতো।
জি, আমি থাকতে পারলে আরো ভালো হইতো, ওইখানে আরেকটু বড় করা দরকার ছিল, যা হইছে আলহামদুলিল্লাহ ভালো।
Okay, all the best, and wish you that you go and do the bowling part better. Thank you.
Inshallah, thank you.
Yeah, fantastic innings. Parviz Amon, he played some outrageous shots, both on the offside and leg side. Brute force at times, just clubbing the ball. Wasn't afraid of the superstar he's up against in Shakib Al Hasan. Hit a lot down the ground too. Looks like he picks up length very quickly. And very committed when he goes for his strokes. He doesn't hold back. So that was a very, very good innings. He would have liked to have kicked on, of course. That was a good half century. Well, the standout bowler there, Atar Shahidul, he was fantastic. 4 for 17. But what about the rest of those bowlers?
Yeah, Sheffield started with a bang. Picked up a wicket of a very first delivery of this innings. 2 for 27. I thought he was very impressive. Hassan was a touch expensive. 2 for 45. It's important as a group, as a unit, to bowl well. And if you look at the wicket takers, there's Shafiul Islam, Hassan Khan, Shohidul Islam and Shakib Al Hasan all chipped in with wickets, and that's important. That's crucial for them. That's why they restricted to 152.
Yeah, these are the wickets. Tamim never really got going. Hit a couple of nice strokes, but just tried to go over the top once too often. This is Shahidul. Oh, he's had a right day. What a fantastic performance. Picked up 3 wickets in 1 over. Was on a hat-trick at one stage. This is fantastic bowling. Lots of change-ups, good slow balls. Bang the ball into the pitch with good aggression.